Welcome to Dungeon Next Door, where me and a bunch of friends play Dungeons and Dragons.
Until we're not friends anymore.
Yes, until we're not friends anymore.
Scared? That comment made me very scared.
I don't know how I'm so giddy.
We'll see. We're friends after this match. Kid.
I'm gonna have to draw up a new character. Hard time.
So, Chelsea, would you like to give a recap of what happened?
What?
Don't forget the part about you being a yellow belly
a
coward.
recap.
Exactly.
I didn't bring it.
I mean, are you just going to recap again after her?
Okay, so the reason why I recap is
I'll say a soap recap.
I like to give you guys a chance to recap on what you guys thought that happened, and then I give a recap of what the DM. So you don't have to read the whole thing if you don't want to. Yes.
Chelsea's going to read an excerpt from our blog. If you go to dungeonnextdoor.com, you can read the chronicles from each character's perspective.
I still need Dark God.
Well, not each episode for each.
Each episode is in a different character's perspective. Chapter 2 was in Amina's.
I am so too.
All right, yeah. I'm just gonna read a
Zero,
small
zero,
excerpt
zero.
from it.
Yes.
And then I'll let Greg do
Do the end.
the end.
The end is super cliffhanger.
Just black.
Okay.
Unless yours working. Was that funny?
As I grab hold, I tell Angus, "We need to find Edward. This is the only way." He grunts and tries to escape, but is unable to break free. We see the Yeti move, but this time he's leaning into Soder for a hug. The hologram worked. We may be able to keep everyone alive yet. As the Yeti releases Soder, he turns and bounds up the hill over the cavern, and Cuilorea chases after. She calls one last time to the Yeti, and I hear a distant response. Soder approaches Angus and me holding him. "Angus, you will be proud. I have bounced it. It is gone." Angus scolds Soder for not being violent. He seems to not know another way. For now, we digress and try to follow the tracks out of the cavern to find Edward. Hopefully before the Yeti does.
That was awesome. She has to do this professionally. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Beautiful.
really nice.
All right.
I mean, it's a storyteller. No, I'm kidding. Sky who?
So on our last session, the group, they have exited out of Kalani, the town of Kalani, and they started following the tracks of Edward. Those tracks took them to a tussle between Edward and a couple wolves. After going through that tussle, they found the tracks, took them to a cavern, a small little cave, and they searched around, and as they were searching around, they were surprised as they encountered a yeti. Some people were very eager to fight the yeti and slay the yeti, as others were trying to find more passive means to subdue the yeti. Due to conflict of interest, it has caused I would say a backlash.
Scuttlebutt.
Yes, scuttlebutt. It has caused strife, what's the word?
There is strife, but it's a rift between.
Yes, it would cause a rift between the adventurers. And that's where we left off. Imina grappled Angus. And Angus was not so pleasant, or was not so happy about that. Alright? So we will start off with Angus. What would you like to do?
Let go of me, you bloody coward.
I let go of him, sort of set him down since I'm taller.
Oh. Alright, I raise my warhammer to her neck. Can I reach her neck? Is it?
Do we both have warhammers? This is going to be exciting.
Because she's, what are you, 5 foot?
Yeah, she's
5 something or 6?
5 foot.
I'm 6 foot.
He's 4 foot, but he
She's
lies and
right
says
at
he's
6 foot,
5.
then yeah.
They're not supposed to know I'm only 4 foot.
You may be able to just touch it.
I just graze her chin slightly, but angrily, and tell her to draw arms. Draw arms.
I don't think this is such a good idea, guys.
You too!
Oh dear.
I kind of hide behind my spear.
If it's a fight you want, then I'll fight you.
You want to roll for initiative or just attack?
yes. Roll for initiative.
Who all is going like
Who is? Wait, who's all fighting?
The two cowards.
I feel like we should all roll for
When
initiative.
they raise
just to
their
be safe.
warhammers,
Yeah,
casting
gotta
that
find the order
immediately.
if we do anything. Or
Yeah.
All right.
As soon as they go
Or if
to
anybody
fight
wants
each
to
other,
like say anything, I guess, or something.
This is my upsetting spaghetti dice.
All right, everybody roll for initiative.
They're gonna surprise. Can that be my inspiration?
Yeah.
16. Great. Thank you for that.
All right. So
What are you laughing at?
himself.
His friend said, get him. And I said, stop encouraging him to kill our party.
Amina, what's your
10.
Angus?
16 first blood.
And Cuilorea.
14.
All right. And everyone is
No, 13.
okay.
I thought I rolled a 12. I was like, I have only one initiative. My bad.
You're good. All right.
Did not mean to be.
So as everyone gathers their weapons and starts pulling them out,
Usually I break up fights.
Belle, what would you like to do?
A bunch of webs capture all of you all 3 of you, and you're stuck to the floor.
Webs.
Yes.
Do I
Spider
see this
webs.
coming
So
at
they
me?
have
Can
to
I
make-
avoid it?
This is a surprise.
A saving throw?
Is there
Dex. Gotta be a 23.
Are you sure you want to use Dex? I mean, there's other options.
Wait, so I have to roll to break out of it?
Yep. Well, to be caught in it.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then.
plus?
21.
Wait, you have to roll a 23 to get out of
Wait,
it?
yeah.
What is your save?
I use my inspiration.
Hold up! No, you can't. You can't cheat like that.
I'm going to.
Your save is a 13.
I fixed the audio. I get to make one rule.
No,
Damn.
you can cast it. That's what I'm allowing you to do, but you can't
She
cheat.
questioned it. I would have gotten away with it.
Bettering kids.
No, DC like that.
It's Thursday.
I literally couldn't do it.
All right. So everybody roll DC save, Dex save.
Okay.
Is it
I just did
13?
it.
It should be
Just
13.
these 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
I'm
three.
not rolling. I'm spectating.
1.
2. All right, Amina.
I'm sorry.
I need you to roll a Dex save.
Oh, my D20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 7, and then
So
plus
they're
a 1.
caught, but I'm not.
So
Yeah.
not.
I'm too big for your little webs.
So as you guys start to buck chest and pull out your weapons, to have a 3-way match.
I'm hiding behind my screen. I'm like,
This is absolutely disgusting.
Belle casts a spell, putting you guys all 3 of you guys into a entanglement of webs. Cuilorea, you bust through the webs with your quickness and your strength, as the other 2 are.
that'd be scary to see.
As the other 2 are. What's the word?
Entangled.
Yeah, entangled by these webs.
We shouldn't be wasting our time doing this.
Alright, everybody listen. Angus, I understand why you're angry. She attacked me. Thank you for protecting me. You two, I don't know who you are. Do not attack my friend again. I have my eyes on you. Belle, thank you for trying to avert the situation. I appreciate that. We need to find Edward. That's all I care about. Let's go.
I have a blood debt with these cowards. Something needs to be done.
They tried to fight you, and I understand that, but you need to not let your pride get in the way of the mission. If we don't make it out of here, we need their help. We're not going to be able to find anything that we're looking for, either of us.
One blow, that's all I'm asking. One blow apiece.
We leave now, and we'll make a deal. We'll settle this in the tavern when we get back.
We will settle this in the tavern now.
We're not in the tavern.
Is there another way?
I can make brew. We can arm wrestle. I don't care.
I compare their sizes. You should arm. Are you strong? Are you stronger?
You don't know?
I think Imina should.
I mean, I'm a little tied up at the moment, but I think that if there needs to be a score settled, then I'll do it.
An arm wrestle, and we're done. Deal?
And then we can get on with the mission.
That was a positive grunt.
I think that sounds
Okay.
fair.
The webs start
I'm gonna
going away.
help Imina get out of her web, and as I do that, I'm gonna like brush her shoulder or something, and like do guidance.
All right.
Good, to make it a fair fight.
You didn't see me do it.
So
No.
I need both of you guys to roll
Stop
strength
metagaming.
checks.
For this arm wrestle.
Is that an ability check?
This is exciting. I like this better.
Question: is that considered an ability check?
What?
What they just rolled?
Oh, it's a strength check.
Strength check. Okay, never mind.
I mean, it is your.
Wait, do I have advantage then?
You add a D4.
Yeah, she can add a D4 if you give her guidance. She can add a D4.
To my roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Shoot.
Nice.
Roll your dice.
That was very scary. By the way,
That was scary.
and she was like,
Nah, 4.
"I'm near more." And what the fuck was
That's
this?
a non-nat 20. 30 20.
So
30-20.
20.
13.
So as you guys,
Can we.
Yeah, you gotta play it out.
Wait.
Wait,
never mind. Like, you know,
I'm gonna do it from this side and you can do it from that side.
So as you guys got into the cave where you guys saw the stone, you guys kind of kneeled down at this stone and were like, "All right, 1, 2, 3," and with a little bit of struggle back and forth, Imina, boom. That's 2 out of 3.
I.
Do you make this even more stressful? And you're not evil.
If she's too cowardly, then no.
I think it's. Does her guidance still stick?
Do you got the blood of Mackenzie in you?
Angus,
it's
we
up to
can
a
do
minute.
this as long
Okay.
as
Oh,
you
yeah, it's
want,
up to a
but
minute.
I feel like we're wasting time.
2 out of 3, it'd take 5 seconds.
Well, it only took one for this one, so I guess.
You still have your guidance on it, by the way, so you still have a D4 to it.
This is so fun.
18.
7.
This is going exactly how I wanted it to.
And with the quickness, it's almost as if she lifted you up for a second and just boom, just slams you down, almost taking the rest of you with that slam.
Do we really have to do the third one?
You're not mad enough.
No, I think we settled this. We should go.
You
Angus?
said 3, are you too scared for the 3rd?
Would it really make a difference?
It makes all the difference in the world.
For the pride.
You still have the +4, by the way.
Yep.
Thanks. That's another 18.
Oh.
And you got
21.
Alright.
How do I, Jared?
so. As you guys are tuking it out, it seems like the frustration inside of you, Angus, was able to give you enough strength to really just give you a win on that one. Boom.
That's what happened.
One for Mackenzie.
Look at that. You won. Can we go now?
Alright, put her there. I want to shake her hand. You know, I gotta reach. Put her there.
Just gonna reach down like 2 fingers. Small hand.
I got a proposition for you.
Can we talk about it on the way?
No.
Nira, can you talk to your friend? We have some things to do.
He's pretty stubborn. I mean, if you just listen, then we can go. I understand. We can track the Yeti. It'll be fine.
I'm listening.
How would you like to be part of the Mackenzie clan?
Isn't that a blood relation?
No branch family.
Is that
Surname only. You get the perks of the Mackenzie funds, but you have to be a bannerman. We can call you to war in time. What do you say?
Are you trying to marry me?
No. I'm trying to adopt you as a cousin. Cousin Mackenzie.
Sure.
Alright, excellent. There's some legal tender involved, so we have to do some paperwork. My friend here is a notary. She's legally able to sign the documents. You have to sign the documents and then we can move on about today.
I would like to read this aloud.
I would like to acknowledge our
I would like
first
to read this
Mackenzie
aloud.
adoption.
It must be in his native tongue.
All right, read it out loud.
Can you read dwarf? Do you know dwarven? Maybe she can't read.
I'm pretty sure it's
Oh, she
common.
copied. Okay.
Is it in common?
Just a few
Yes,
people
it's in
I've
common.
never heard
All
of.
legal documents have to be in common.
By royal decree of Queen Niarna McGilvery,
Yorna McGilvery.
that
McGilvery.
this document carries the royal seal of Angrith Kingdom and is to be recognized by any court in treaty or otherwise with the Angrith Kingdom. The Mackenzie clan hereby adopts
Sign the document there.
into its branch family, and henceforth me shall carry the surname Mackenzie. If ever the Mackenzie clan should call its banners to arms, I shall heed its cry. Furthermore, the funds of the Mackenzie clan treasury are at the disposal of me, beheasting their rank and standing within the clan. You, Angus Mackenzie, have deemed this soul worthy of this honor by penalty of
Moradin's divine judgment.
all right.
You hear a subtle clap into your bell.
Congratulations.
I'm inspired.
Are you in Mackenzie too?
I'm a notary.
On with it, girl. We got a mission to solve. What are you doing wasting all this time?
I wasted time. Where do we get your God's signature?
We have to pray for it, obviously. Come on. What are you talking
I hope
about?
that works.
Excellent. I'll just file this away in my bag. Let's go on.
Amina Mackenzie.
Well,
I guess I
doesn't
can't
have to
say
be-
I don't know you anymore.
I mean, doesn't it mean it has to be signed by the god?
I'm gonna sign it in blood later. Don't worry about it.
Blood contract.
He thinks I'm joking.
At least it wasn't a blood oath. All right. Can we get on with this now? Because there's a man out there that will be dead soon if we don't.
Yes. Alright, so you said the tracks were... He was covering them,
Yes.
but they were heading up the hill.
Yes.
We should continue our venture up the hill. It seems like the tracks were headed that way, but he was trying to cover them, so they kind of fade off a little bit as you look. Sound like a plan? As I'm like waist high in snow, probably.
I have a
Sounds
proposition.
great.
There is one person here worthy of leading, and that is Sukt. By divine right. Look at him. He was clearly designed by the gods. He should lead our group.
But I don't know where to go.
He was designed by the gods. He should lead our group.
Can I get on your shoulders? I'm a little cold.
So I pick him up on my shoulder. Where are we going now? Up the hill.
Up the hill.
Here we go.
Excellent choice. Up the hill.
Since you are leading, can I have you make a survival check?
Can I help him since I'm on my shoulder? On his shoulder.
Gonna pick the meats back.
Can
Since
he
he
get it?
hasn't
Really
called,
dumbfounded.
since he has not called out
Truly
his role,
dumbfounded.
I will allow it.
You get advantage.
So roll again.
Yeah.
Yes, roll again.
Ooh. Got a 15 first time and a 1 the second. Good. I
Ooh.
think I did better without his help.
15 plus what?
No, it's just straight 15.
Straight 15. You can, as you are kind of scanning these tracks, you really can. You're really getting a, I guess words, like a notion of where these tracks are going. You can see them very vividly, and you start making a forward march up the hill. As you guys get up the hill, you see that the this incline starts to plateau out, and as it starts to plateau out, it starts to widen out into a just a soft blanket of snow. It is just like open landscape up this hill. The trees are more further back, and it looks as if like the snow that has been coming in has kind of made this huge blanket and has really like started to collect. You guys have been marching for about maybe a couple hours after like trudging up this hill. Right now the time would probably be like late evening, into like the sun is starting to set. Would you guys like to take a rest or keep on trudging?
Nearmore, how do you feel?
Well, not great. But I know we probably need to keep pressing for Edward.
Has there been any signs of him going, or like any tracks, any bandages, any blood, anything like that?
It seems that like you guys are kind of stuck in a very interesting dilemma. It is the tracks, because it's starting to, like, the snow is starting to pick up. It seems like the tracks are starting to fade, but it is starting to hit dark. So you guys can carry on, or you can rest.
Dwarves need not rest, as I yawn really loudly.
I am concerned about Nearmore's safety. Perhaps we should rest.
Is there?
Try to find it.
Yeah, we should try to find a cave or some sort of overhang that we
Instead
can
of just
sit
laying
under.
out a blanket in the middle.
Yes. Do we see anything like that up ahead?
As you can see that kind of further off into the west, maybe like a 30-minute trek, there is like another section of a hill, and you can kind of see where there is another, I guess you would say another little cave.
I point to it. There. We should set up camp over there.
Okay. And I walk that direction.
All right.
Oh, which way are the tracks going? So if
Oh,
we're going this way, where are the tracks going?
Yeah.
The tracks are going what seems like away. Like, if you guys travel west, the tracks seem like they're still going north.
Up the hill.
So just slightly off course is where we're going.
Yeah, so let's say into the, I guess you would say, like straight ahead into like this openness is where the tracks go. But you guys would be going off course westward to find rest.
Are there any tree branches around or something I can break off?
Not at the moment. It would take, for you guys to get back to get to a tree, it would take almost a.
So we're out in the open right now?
Yeah, you guys are out in the open.
Well, while I would like to rest, I also think we should have someone keep watch. I'm happy to volunteer for first watch and rest later.
Before I go up to the thing, I want to take one of my arrows and just stick it into the ground. That way we don't lose course.
Alright. So
Angus Mackenzie will take first watch.
Well, I was gonna ask if I could take the watch with Cuilorea, if that's okay.
You need to rest. This is why we're stopping.
Okay.
So are we?
That's what Gloria does. She went,
So we're at the cave.
Um,
We set up a marker.
yes, as you guys set up the marker, you guys start tracking to the cave. As you guys started tracking up to the cave, it starts to get more, it seems like it's starting to get difficult to travel, just because it seems like as you guys are going on and then the sun is starting to go down, it seems like this storm, this snow is starting to pick up. The winds are starting to howl just a little bit more. You know, the snow is starting to come down a little bit harder. But you guys get up there, and as you get up there, you can see that there is something that once lived here. Everyone make a perception check.
As we get up to the cave entrance, I'm going to cast. I'm gonna pull out my orb and cast. It's gonna be light, and I'm gonna roll it out in the cave if that helps with anything.
Out of the cave or into the cave?
Into the cave. So it's just emitting. The light's just like traveling down the cave, basically.
I see what he does, and I take 3 little balls, and I pretty much do the same thing. Roll them in, and they're just lighting up.
All right. Let's see. Mina.
I got 16.
16.
Nat 20.
Natural 1.
All right.
A 6.
18.
15.
All right. So as you guys, get to inside, you can tell that what has lived here was not an animal. It was, well, maybe it was, but you can tell that this was a spot where you can tell where there's blood splatter. You can tell whether there was maybe a den of, a nesting spot. But there's also like a fire spot. Like someone had made at one point a fireplace. They've set up camp here. So many things have kind of come through this spot, perhaps. But what is fresh is you can smell like that iron smell of blood. The blood does smell pretty fresh.
Fresh.
Were there any tracks before we arrived leading up or into or out of the cave? You can tell?
Leading up to the cave, you might have had the tracks of maybe what looked like wolves, but these wolves seemed much bigger than your ordinary timber wolf. Your ordinary.
Wolves are big, aren't they?
Ordinary ones are.
If whoever's on watch, as we can tell, there's been some things living in here. If you see anything, make sure you make a lot of noise so that all of us can be awake, so we don't get eaten alive.
Nothing gets past the Mackenzie.
I will take first watch.
Yeah, we set up camp in here. Light a fire. Light fire.
Yeah. Go ahead and start trying to
Anyone?
light the fire.
I should have a tinder kit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna place my meats outside, like cover them in snow and whatnot to keep them fresh.
Alright.
And to cover the scent. Also, Amina, could I borrow one of your arrows and do the thing you did with out there and just mark where my stuff is?
Sure.
Thanks. I'm gonna do that so I don't lose them.
Alright, so who's doing first watch?
Angus.
Angus and Sotir?
Yeah.
Alright. Everyone else is going to sleep? Alright. So, need you both, either one person rolls with advantage or both of you guys roll once.
We will roll.
We both roll. Okay, I was like, what did he say? Okay.
What are they rolling for?
Perception, just because they're watching.
15.
14.
We're perceptive.
So, as the sun's going down and the winds are starting to pick up, it seems very quiet. It seems that a lot of what you're hearing is just more of the howling of the winds. Nothing in particular is standing out. You might see your occasional nocturnal animal just kind of doing its thing, maybe going out for food, but nothing really gets close to where you guys are at.
So, tell me about yourself.
I am so dear.
Who named you?
I knew the name. I don't know where it came from or what it means.
They hammered the name into your head.
Yes. Tell me about the Mackenzie clan.
Oh, the Mackenzie clan is great. It's great, but we're always seeking to be greater. I'd like to know how you came to be.
Oh, that is a question for me. I haven't discovered yet. But perhaps I will on the journey.
What can you teach me about magic? And what can I do in return?
I am an alchemist. I can
Alchemy.
make potions. I'm gonna make a potion real quick. So you see pull my hand up. You see the vials just spin. And I tell him, I lost my place.
So cool.
We have enough rest to prepare spells and whatnot.
Yeah. It's a long rest.
This potion is for resistance. Here, try it.
Oh. Immediately drink it. Don't even question it. I just drink it.
And you gain a 1 bonus for your AC for 10 minutes.
I feel extra tough.
Michael's special. Cheers.
You have a unique magic.
I try. You are very strong.
I know. You see the big one? I beat it in an arm wrestling contest.
I am so surprised. She always wins in arm wrestling. She beats all the guys.
I just let her win the first 2. Don't let her know that, though.
Santa Claus?
What?
So you said ho ho ho.
Oh, man.
Actually, it's a deception. Gotta roll for deception.
Yeah, roll for deception, and you roll for insight.
No, I believe him.
Oh, you.
He's like, no, it doesn't do.
7. He believes my 7.
He still completely believes you.
I think we're gonna get along just fine. I slap him on the back.
I think so too. I give him a smack.
Straight.
A little bit hard.
So after all this is over, what do you say you stick with us? Maybe we can learn a thing or two from each other.
I would like to learn as much as I can.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I doubt the bar will, but they can get over it.
Yes, I am through bouncing.
Excellent. These are a pretty good conversation. If you want.
Alright, so as you guys' shift ends, who is going to pick up the next?
Who doesn't need 8 hours? Does everyone need 8 hours?
I was at 8 health.
Well, for the full rest, some people need like 4.
I think I only need a short rest to actually do my spells.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you don't have to actually sleep.
Yeah, as long as you're resting, it still counts.
Yeah,
So
the only
if
time
we
you,
can take
you
watch
probably
and be
only
resting.
need about 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it does say 6 hours.
So
That's why if everybody wants to take a chance on,
Dwarves are hearty.
I would be a very light sleeper and be like, okay, I'm ready. I'm done I'll do the second watch.
I'm knocked out.
I'll do the second watch.
Also knocked out, I'm sorry.
And I don't really move
Laying on top of your
from
leg.
this spot.
you don't have to sleep.
No, I still need to sleep. I need rest, but I'm not.
I know what you're saying.
I take a rest, like I shut down, but I still see and hear everything. So instead of like moving off, I'm like,
Do you go anywhere near me when you go
no,
down
I
there?
stayed pretty much where we were at.
Oh, okay.
Like I guess Angus got up and I kind of got up and saw him. And I just sat back down.
Yeah, Mina, I'm on your leg, just like.
So
As I'm waking up, I'm gonna
snoring.
send a message to Cuilorea and just be like, hey, if you're conscious, could you come with me?
This messaging stuff is really weird. What's up?
I just needed a watch buddy. If you need to sleep more, it's fine.
No. Let's be buddies.
Okay. So, I
Need
really
both-
like.
before,
Huh?
before you guys do that, I need both of you guys to roll perception checks and/or one person choose who to do this.
You have more wisdom.
+5.
So roll with advantage.
That was an 18, dude. I don't know if I need advantage. That was a 17. 23.
All right. So as you look off, do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision. I don't know if that helps since I was
No,
helping
it's
look with
okay.
her.
So,
But it's a 23,
It's
so I really need to see in the dark.
Man, I think the cave is lit up.
yeah, the cave's lit up, but like looking out into the
Looking out,
darkness, and it's nothing like different. Like dark vision is kind of like seeing more in grays,
Yeah.
or a certain color. But as you look out, you can kind of see and feel how like the storm, this winter storm is really starting to pick up. It seems like as it's getting closer to like midnight, this is really starting to like the winds are whirling, and
I'm used to this.
nothing. Yeah, this is something you're very used to. You're used to when you look up into the sky, you see a full moon, one of the bigger moons of this world. You see a full moon, but on the smaller moon, it is more of like a waxing. Let's see, what did I put? The waxing gibbous.
Gibbous?
Huh?
It's an almost full moon.
Yeah.
It's like missing a crescent.
So almost like the bigger moon is like a full moon, but like the smaller moon is almost a full moon. You might hear off in the distance howling.
Okay.
Please.
So
It's beautiful out tonight.
it is. I really liked what you said back there.
What do you mean? What did I say?
The motto that you were going on about the honor of the group being greater than the honor of the individual, I believe, something like that.
Yeah, bravery, effort, and honor over birth, and so on and so forth. It's my tribe's, they're saying.
I appreciate that. This is the third group I've traveled with, and I think that it's important to stick together.
3 groups, you say?
Yeah. I've lost some people on the way. Like that moon. I'm a little bit broken. But it's okay. I know I was harsh to you when you came, and I'm still a little suspicious. And if you were looking for me specifically, I'll go with you if you'll leave my friends alone. If that's what you came for.
I look very confused right now. I'm like, huh? Like how the dog tilts their head, they're like, what? What do you mean looking for you? No, it's the group I've seen. You were just a part of it. I'm sorry if I came on too strong. Sometimes I can do that. Sorry.
It's okay, I can relate. My companions are that way also. So.
I know the little one was very frightening. They're both little, but the bigger little one was very frightening.
Yeah. Usually I'm the scary one, so.
Why does he call you a Mackenzie? Because you guys look nothing alike.
It's more of a family tie. It's less about blood and more about who's stuck with you.
Term of endearment.
It's a term of endearment.
He says always like,
You have like a
message?
Yeah.
I get that. I was really close with my tribe.
So, The cold doesn't seem to bother you much. You're...
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Are you cold? Do you need a shawl?
My cloak is good, thank you, though. I just noticed, do your people come from an area like this?
Yeah, northern. We've had to travel a lot because our homes sometimes get destroyed.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's fine. Really, it's not fine. But here we are. Okay.
It's not fine.
Well, I understand what it's like to lose a home, and if you ever need someone to talk to, I can be here for that.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Your attitude changed so quickly.
I really appreciate it, Naramore.
Well, I guess. Are we still in the night?
Do you want us to keep
a
talking?
good-
We can keep talking. We
if
can
that's
dance back and
what you guys
forth
want
forever.
to. So as your watch is over, it stays calm, stays peaceful. At moments you guys do hear howling, like wolves, off in the distance, but nothing too, disturbing. And there's a full moon, so the moon, especially the bigger moon, is what's going on. Who is going to do the last and third rest?
Well, I think that's just me and Bill.
Before I go back to sleep or rest, I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna be like, we heard howling out, and it's getting a bit chillier. So just keep aware.
Is it probably about to be sunrise at this point?
Um,
Was that 6 or 8 hours in?
you guys are probably like about almost there to sunrise. So again, it's still dark. Like this is probably like where they got you guys is probably at like right like at the end the peak of like the darkest hour. So that's when you guys probably gonna be picking up your shift.
Cool.
All right.
I'm tinkering. All my orbs are out, and I'm just kind of tinkering with them, fixing them, polishing them.
What you doing there?
Just some maintenance. Gotta keep everything clean, otherwise it won't work.
I wake up.
Did the snow cover you?
Pretty much.
That'd be the most if you just like randomly woke up and snow just like floated
Yeah.
off, you just like
So I look at myself, and I'm good. I go back.
He just wakes up and goes back to sleep. If I could actually have you guys, either one of you or both of you guys roll perception checks.
Both. 12.
What?
so they can suck
It ain't good.
a
Thoughts a 2.
5.
I'm a cozy night.
5.
A backwards 10.
I'm
that?
completely fascinated by what you're doing. I'm just watching.
So that was a 12, 5.
We're dead.
So good.
Everything seems fine.
Right.
We just get ambushed.
I would like to think that we're just deep in conversation about what you're doing.
Yep. Just explaining how my orbs work. I actually don't. Okay, yeah, I'll do a quick explanation on the orbs. So these orbs I have, they're metal. Some of them are open for like my light one, so the light can shine through. Some of them are closed because they're just like standard attacks that can be elemental, fire, water, whatever I want it to be. Yeah, these orbs are themselves magical. I'm not actually magical, but I made these orbs. They're cool.
That is really cool. So
Yep.
they're like weapons.
Yeah, it's what in my town I guess you can call them police, the watchers of the group They use these to protect us.
That's very interesting.
Just close watch.
I just have my
No, in my town.
Oh,
Yeah.
my hammer and
Rough.
my shield, really. And
So
now this
uncivilized. You didn't hear that.
Did I hear that? I didn't hear that. We're gonna move on.
I said it and I was like, I'm so rude.
Don't hurt me.
Alright. So, as you guys are about to finish up your watch, you start seeing 4 shadows approaching your the encampment.
Absolutely not.
From what direction?
Kind of like from the because the way you guys came up, it's kind of like, so it's kind of coming up the hill of which you guys came into to get into this cave. You guys see like 4 I wouldn't say like, kind of like medium-sized shadows, short in stature, but they look like they're quadrupedal. So they look like they're walking on all
4
fours.
Can I see it?
Are
I'm
you
tapping.
awake?
I can see while I'm asleep.
So, well, I don't know that.
Make a perception check.
He's just like,
Yeah, that's
if I was awake, I could
dirty.
get
A
it.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yes, you are seeing these creatures. You can tell that they're wolves.
Soda, you
Wolves
see?
are
Do you see
coming.
them? Wolves?
There are 4 wolves coming toward us. We should
Alright,
rape everyone.
I cast light on one of my orbs.
Glorious to wake
And
everyone up, so I'm gonna do
distance-wise, how far are they at this point?
Distance-wise, they are
Roughly.
about 40 feet away from you.
Alright, about 20 feet. I'm going to toss my orb, so it's going to like land on the snow
Alright.
and kind of just like reveal that spot.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah. Let's roll for initiative, guys.
What's the up and up?
No, y'all are asleep.
No,
No,
she woke us. She
Amina.
woke us up.
Okay.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Wait.
Gloria said to, so I woke everybody up. I was like, guys, wolves.
Alright. Let's do this. Alright, so...
I'm probably
Can we
somewhere
take
near
a
the front.
short break while you're getting that set up?
Yes, we can. So we're gonna go ahead and take a short break.
Yeah, I rolled it.
And we will be back in about
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So since I already said a lot, let's recap a little bit quicker. Imina and Angus settled their differences through an arm wrestling competition. They follow the tracks of Edward through the snow. They see that the tracks are heading northward, but they see that the shelter that they are seeking is in more of the western direction. As who was it? Neramore and Cuilorea do the watch. Nothing really happens, but as Belle and Imina do their watch, at the end of their watch, they start seeing wolves approaching their encampment. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Rated.
Let's roll again. Those were bad rolls.
I would like to keep my roll.
I'm keeping my roll.
Okay, if we're keeping it, then he just rolled. Of course you did. Typical. Well, okay. Are we keeping it or rolling?
Well,
Keep-
everybody roll for initiative.
Roll.
We did before the break.
I'm not going to do any better.
I like that one better. All right. Imina.
10.
Miramore.
19.
There she is.
Angus.
11.
Sotir.
I rolled a 14.
Cuilorea.
10.
10.
Mhm.
Bell.
18.
Alright. And the wolves.
Did you say you got a 10? Should we reroll?
No,
What is your
wait.
modifier?
What's your modifier? Let me know.
2.
1.
So you go first.
0.
Okay.
I mean, you guys could decide who goes
You can go
first.
first. That's all you, baby girl.
You were asleep. I was on watch.
Exactly.
I was aloof, but I was on watch.
I haven't been writing down notes this whole time, y'all, and that is not like me.
Nothing crazy. Nope. One of these.
Now that we can go back and watch it whenever I don't write as many notes, you think?
True.
I'll just watch it.
But I'm usually bad at this.
Alright. So, wolves are going to have their own round first.
It's just so rude.
Yeah, the orb would be 20 feet out.
Oh. Okay. Stay here.
Do they still get
Is
sprung?
there speed affected by the snow?
Probably
No.
accustomed to it.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Because y'all's speed hasn't been affected by the snow.
Well, it was still snowing a bunch before we got into the.
Yeah, but
Well, it's
they're-
basically morning, almost morning now.
Yeah, I would just assume it wouldn't be.
Where is your pack?
My pack?
Yes, the thing that you hid. Where did you put it?
Probably towards the entrance of the cave, like 2 spaces over from where that farthest wolf is. Like,
There?
over one. Yeah, probably there.
Alright, well. Actually, we'll post one right here.
Okay, but I specifically buried them so they wouldn't see. It's
I
okay.
mean, they're wolves.
The wolves.
You're right.
That advantage. Alright.
They have keens.
As the wolves come up to you, Belle and Amina, they are not threatening, but very curious. On guard, but very curious. Alright, let's see. Let's go to the top of the round. Actually.
So, are we all awake? Or do we
Yeah,
wait till
she
our
woke
turn?
us up.
Alright, let's see. So that is. Let's make. Oof.
I like hearing that.
Same.
Maybe you got what you do.
I'd like it better if you swung hard. Better roll next time.
Ooh, no.
Alright, so, Nearmore, what do you do?
Cuilorea, can you talk to these things?
I sure can.
Am I allowed to ask her to do that on my turn, Mr. the DM?
Yes, you can.
Cuilorea, help.
So, casting speak with animals?
No, not yet, because it's not my turn.
That's what she
You literally just said. I literally said, can I ask
You
her?
literally.
Well, you did ask
You
her.
said can I ask her to do that? Yes,
Oh, Virgo,
you can
just to take
ask
it this
her.
literally. I can In my
Okay.
experience, they just look very curious right now, though. So there's really no threat that we pose to them. They probably just smelled the meats. I might not have buried them far enough.
Okay.
Let's see.
Can minor illusion be a smell?
I don't. Do you have the card? Let's see.
No.
I might.
Oh, it says right here, con. What do you know?
That's
Is it a first or second?
First level. No, it's a cantrip.
It says it fools the senses, right there.
Oh, I don't have that as a cantrip.
Minor illusion.
So I would not.
Yeah. Well, no. It's a sound or image.
Okay.
There's nothing.
not a spell.
Yeah, it's auditory or visual.
Well, ecstasy.
So no,
Okay.
All the same.
I'm going to. Where am I? Actually?
To be specific, the image can't create
Okay, I see
sound,
my
light,
wings.
smell, or any other sensory effect.
So
That's weird.
I want to step slightly in front of Sotir and cast minor illusion toward where they're smelling the meat and just make like a mouse chirping sound to try to draw more of their attention to that area.
So you're saying you want to do the
Some sort of burrowing animal, like something that makes it sound like an animal is near where the meat smell is.
That's not good.
That's what I'm going for.
all right.
Dangerous.
Yeah, you can
They just
create a sound
encourage.
or an image. Just says.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's your turn.
Yes.
Belle. Your turn.
After hearing her say that, real quick visual or scene, looking at the wolves, is there one that appears to be seriously injured? Also, keep in mind that my light was out there.
No, none of them seem seriously injured.
Oh, the blood, I understand.
I'm going to prepare. I'm gonna what's it called? Ready Thunderwave. If they become hostile, I'm going to step out a little bit, about 10,
You
yeah,
are
2
next
spaces,
to them.
and cast Thunderwave.
So you're
If
going
they
back
appear-
two spaces.
Moving forward 2 spaces. If they change to hostile, I'm going to do that.
All right. That is your turn.
Yep.
All right. So it's here.
I want to see if I'm going to make. It doesn't say I was going to make an elixir. I'm trying to figure out whether it's an action or a bonus action. And I think the action is actually drinking it or giving it to somebody.
Yeah.
So can I like make one as a bonus action?
Yes. I will allow it.
Go like this, vial spin, one pops out, I hold it, I don't, drink it, and I'll take my action, where am I at? I'm about to light up though. I'll move to the front, I'm sorry if I'm not supposed to be touching, and I'll cast, what's the area? 20-foot cube. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. Just bring them down, lighten them up. They have to, I guess it's mine. I don't know if they. Dexterity saving throws. Wolves are dexterities.
What's your?
I think it's 13. Yeah, 13. Spell save is 13.
All right. So this one makes it right there, and the other two. Yep. Just that one right there. That's the closest to you. Makes it. The other three do not make it back.
So I shot over him.
Yeah.
I couldn't see. That's the end of my turn.
What does Fairy Fire do?
It
It
basically
eliminates
it
them.
makes whatever it hits glow. You get advantage on it, so it can't hide or anything. So we got
So
advantage
this
on
one,
it.
this one. Wish I had bottle caps. Alright, let's see. You have
I can have
14.
fairy fire. We can get double advantage.
I don't think you're
No.
like that,
And
but I
at
like
40
it.
doesn't hit.
So with Fairy Fire, it just lights. Let me see that.
It doesn't do anything to him. It's like I shot off a little firework and mist came out. Crop dusted.
Like the stars are falling.
Crop dust.
Alright. So what happens is this one is going to move over here. Alright. And he's going to make a check. What's the DC for the illusion? What does that do? What's the DC for the illusion?
I don't think
13.
it is one. I think they have to inspect it.
Yes. That's
For minor illusion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the illusion, so it has to make a 13 on what?
Charisma. Forgot what kind of caster I was for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's see.
What are you doing?
It's intelligent. It's an
Yeah.
intelligence check. Hopefully they're not intelligent.
Let's see, that was. Okay, so. The next wolf. That main wolf stands his ground. You can kind of see that he is. He moves over and he's just kind of like surveilling everything. Again, they're trying to be. They're not really they're not being like offensive. They're just kind of like trying to figure out what's going on over here. Now, Angus, what are you doing?
What time it be? Is it daylight or is it still night?
Dusk, like early part of dusk, so like dark, but you can start seeing like the sun coming up, like over the horizon.
Dag blast it, Mackenzie. Why'd you wake me up, Burr?
That's you, Mackenzie.
Let's see, Mackenzie.
There's wolves.
Are we gonna stare at them all day? Haven't you seen wolves before?
They seem to just be curious.
Are we gonna be on our way, or are we just going to go back to sleep, or what are we doing? So this is you.
Are we having this conversation? You allowing it?
Now I'm spending me turn.
It was a long turn, but
I will allow it.
I wouldn't fight unless they attack.
the wolves are out. They're looking for the meat.
Are we going to go about our way, or are we going to stare at them all day?
You can go back to sleep. I will take care of it.
I'll wake me up whenever we leave. I go back to sleep.
Alright.
Okay. I just asked. Should I fight or no?
It's an improvement from the last interaction.
Would he be asleep closer? Because I imagine I might have to wake him up. So did he get up, walk to me, ask, and then lay down right there, or did he go back and lay down?
No, I would say that he was more protecting you out.
Dwarves got deep lungs.
Yes, they do.
We have deep lungs, we think deep, we love deep, we feel deep, we dig deep, and we sleep deep.
What happens if you do get
That was
married?
nice.
Beautiful.
You know what? It was still nice. Alright, where are we at? What are we doing?
Alright, let's see. That now makes it. Amina, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna pull my shield around in front of me and just ready myself. Where am I? Am I at the edge there?
Yeah, you're at like the mouth of the gate.
Okay. Amina would try to get the meat from out on the ground and throw it so that they chase it.
You have to make it through.
Yeah, I call it to make it their own.
Oh boy.
I mean, they're not like I'm right in the
You're
like
close.
The square is right there.
yeah.
No,
So-
like you're gonna walk next to each one of them.
I know. Why do you think I sat there for a second? Jesus.
Man, that was a lot of raffle. Okay, so you're going to go over to the meat, and the meat was right here.
Hold on. Over one, where the first one is. Yes, right there.
All right,
She has to pass the wrong one.
and you're going to
Try to get information from the wolves this time.
Unbury it and throw it. Is it two?
I had a
actions
really
or
good
one?
plan. If they attack her, it's all down the
If
drain.
we're to the west, the tracks were to the north. I want to try to throw it to the south.
Into the cave.
Yeah. She can throw it around it. All right.
Absolutely
not. Lay it on Angus. See what happens.
those things. The tracks went that way. You
It's
guys
like
went
a-
off this way. So you want to throw it. Let's say this is. You want to throw it
There's
this
like
way.
Yes.
there's a huge slab, a little like a medium slab, and another huge slab.
So the medium slab. Because well, I don't know.
Yeah, the medium slab would probably be on top, so that's.
All right, make a.
Oh, it's a
strength
small
check.
slab actually.
Oh, okay.
The small slab is on top. It's small, large, large. Small slab shouldn't be that heavy. What was I gonna carry? Oh, I can carry things up to 2 times.
6.
Basically, it's
Just scared.
All right. Is that your turn?
Was she able to get it anywhere with the small slab?
Did she actually toss one?
She did.
Okay.
She's trying to toss a small one.
Oh, and I'm gonna call out. I think they just want the meat.
We have.
Look, these.
Sponsors.
No. All right. As you go to toss it, this one grabs it mid-air as you go to toss it. So as you're tossing it, it leaps up, grabs it, and is now facing you with meat in mouth.
That's fucking scary.
All right. As that happens, who else does it? Gloria.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Hey, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. Zombie. I'm gonna go up to where Belle's standing, too.
You're doing what?
Speaking with them.
Huh?
Hello, friends. What can I do you for?
hungry. Food.
We have meats over there. Sorry.
Do it.
My bad.
Do
Mm-mm. We have meats to the side we can give you in exchange for some information.
Listening.
Can I keep talking? It's been 6 seconds.
Sure. You can roll out. We won't say this is like actual combat because something actually happens.
Okay, cool beans.
Haven't
There's
seen
this
any combat.
man we're looking for, and I was wondering if you could help us track him. I have 2 large slabs of meat, and as you saw, my friend just threw one of your companions the small piece, so consider that
Down payment.
down payment. Down payment?
And wolf, how does that word for that?
Roll a.
God. I'm literally.
Pre-hunt snack.
Can I put guidance on myself? Is that actually a thing? Can I do it?
I think so.
Mackenzie will allow it.
It's okay.
Absolutely.
I'm now wearing your eye patch.
Roll a deception check.
What in the world?
Deception.
Is
Yeah.
she
Why not
deceptive?
persuasion? She's not lying to
Not
them.
mine.
Persuade. Yeah, let's go with persuasion.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Oh no, both of them are 0. So.
Heart of the dice.
There's persuasive.
I wasn't supposed to keep it all.
You're leaving wolves.
Came on real aggressive to that dice. I was uncomfortable. Love it so much.
Wait, what about the guidance?
No. It
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
matter.
help. I got a 3. I'm not persuasive at all. I just spit straight truth, and if they take it, they take it.
He looks at his fellow other wolves. More meat and we will see.
All yours. I mentioned Imina, another slab, please, for the wolves.
Sure.
Can you pick it up? Do you need help?
I think I've got it.
Okay.
I'm pretty strong, I think.
So she gives him another slab, I'm assuming.
More.
Well,
Where's...
are we still in battle?
What
Because I
in
feel
the
like I have to wait
world?
until my turn to do that.
Yeah, I'm really confused. Should we...
Hold off on your part.
I haven't
But-
seen a battle.
This is kind of like
Yeah.
Literally
This
no
isn't
battle.
really combat.
Yeah, this
so-
isn't really combat per
Don't
se.
need to take
This is
turns.
more of like
No kidding.
making sure there's an order towards it.
Give it a minute.
Okay, because for me, if I was handing out the meat, I would have just used my axe to cut the large piece
Yeah.
in 2 and toss one to each of the wolves. And then that way 3 of the 4 wolves have meat now.
And you, as you are like the other 3 wolves have meat, the other one looks at you and goes, more.
I'll give you the other slab if you agree to share some information with us.
That's gonna bring more.
So he looks around. What are you looking for?
Thank God. There's a man. His name's Edward. He killed a Yeti's family. I was wondering if you've seen him. If you want to take a sniff of this blood back here, it might be his actually.
Let us send back the wolves into the den.
The wolves. Let's see. That's not his blood.
But you know where he is? Or know of him?
That's not blood of a human. I know that for sure.
What's it blood of?
Elk.
Got a good sniffer there.
There's a hurt elk in this den. What was it running from?
Tara. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, you distracted me. But, so the elk, do you sense anything, smell anything else that anyone else was here? Or?
There was a fire.
Great. There's still a fire. We did make a fire.
He's like, there's a fire.
Gonna look at him and go,
And?
He just kind of looks at you like, that's about it.
Have you seen anyone around?
He looks at his guys.
The boys.
What does this person look like?
I describe Edward. Didn't we get a
There's a bug on your
description?
square.
I see him. Tall, dark, rugged, lumberjack. You've probably seen him before actually. He comes around and he hunts down magical creatures. This time specifically he was hunting a wolverine.
It was a werewolf, so if you want to tell him that, good luck.
Wait, are these werewolves or are these just regular wolves, like dire wolves?
They're talking to
They
wolves.
seem like regular wolves.
Poker playing wolves.
But bigger?
But bigger?
No, these are regular sized wolves.
Okay.
You're not gonna tell me that. Do we have anything on us that is his? We didn't get anything, did we?
No.
There was a suspicious rock in the previous cave.
Alright. You almost lost that fight.
Aw, man.
What?
We should have grabbed the bandages.
Yeah. I'm sad.
Lessons.
Yep.
Last time I was hoping it was his blood so I could.
You didn't.
No.
No one did.
Wait. I did pick up something.
He didn't pick up his blood!
But I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
Dang it.
It's okay, I got you. No, I looked to the group and I was like, does anyone have any.
Oh, that was.
Yeah. Anything of Edward's?
I can't remember. I know I picked it
You
up.
picked up blood,
But
yeah.
I don't remember.
You put it in a bottle and put
Put
it
it
in a
in.
thing. So you could.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
So I pop it out.
Yes.
Here is blood. See if they recognize this.
Thank you. I tip the take off the cap and I kneel down to the wolf and I'm like, here's his blood. I know that for sure. Have you sensed it? Can you track it?
We'll see. As he starts sniffing it, he sniffs the air. He sniffs the air again. He turns around. He just shakes his head.
Do you think one of your other friends could? Can I? Okay, keep going. You're good.
I'm hungry for some.
Do you want to line up the smell to all of them?
And I want to touch each of them for guidance.
All right.
I'm gonna ask them first though, for consent to touch them. So I'll be like, hey, I'm just gonna help you out, and then do a little magic if that's okay. If they say no, then no. Then I won't touch
Let's
them.
try. And it gets what, D4?
Yes.
So does that to each roll?
Yes.
Ow! Ow! Why? Why do you have to be?
She's casting it repeatedly.
It's a percent. Yeah, I have to touch them.
How?
So like, I'll scratch behind their ear or something.
Is that
Pet
a
their head.
cantrip?
Mhm.
Nice.
Right. I can do it as many times as I'd like.
Love it.
So that one might have something.
As I'm going through, I'm gonna give them compliments to each of them. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, your fur is so soft and sleek," and then be like, "You have very nice eyes, sir."
What large teeth do you have?
Be like, "You keep yourself very well groomed."
You are not my grandmother.
Well, guys, hope you guys don't have to face anything.
How?
Oh, yeah.
As those three turn, you see as they all have this
Sketching behind
this
the ear.
moment of clarity. And as that happens, the one that is up front or the furthest away from the cave just lets off a howl. As he howls, the other two howl, and the fourth one, who's been at the most part the leader, they all howl, making just a loud, thunderous howl to the moon.
Do I know what they're saying, or is it just like me if I went? Ah!
Swear to God, I feel all these wolves.
They're not really saying anything. It's just more of a projection of just, I've got something.
Oh.
Oh.
I feel like I'm gonna get forgot about and left in the cave.
No,
I
but
think there are certain
I'm
communications
waiting
with
to
animals
wake
that
you up.
it go beyond words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as that happens, they all run off. All right.
Are we following them? What's going on?
Yes, we need to track them.
Then we should hurry.
I go and grab Angus and I whisper. No, I don't whisper. Bend down. Angus, we're gonna chase wolves. You move.
I pick up the last one, by the way.
You what?
I'm gonna get the last out of me while they're doing that.
Gently rock it. Angus, we're going to chase wolves. Let's go.
Alright. Are we gonna kill them?
I do not know.
Okay.
So, are you awake? Or...
Yeah, he's awake.
We're tracking the wolves.
A little groggy, but he's got drool on his beard.
Alright, we're running after the wolves.
So,
Good image.
as you guys are running after the wolves, because these wolves. What's everybody's movement speed?
Whatever his is.
I just
30?
picked Bell up and put him on me.
30.
Mine is 30.
Ready.
25.
I'm a giant, and mine is 3. Dog.
I mean, again, you're not.
I'm not sure. I know, what is yours? Just a curiosity.
25.
25. Alright, cool. We're 12, also 25.
So these wolves, you have the leader who is running at his full speed.
Whoa. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
he's running at his full speed. The other ones, because they understand that you're not as quick, kind of linger just a little bit behind,
But still.
are trudging through. As they pick up the scent, they don't retrack the trail back to where you guys were back on. They head like straight north. They end up just picking up the trail, heading off straight north into what is the woods. At this point, for them, because this is kind of their homeland, this is where they reside. It is much easier for them to weave in between the trees. So they are very much so just kind of weaving into like through the trees. If I can have everybody make a dexterity check.
Oh, shit.
I'm not dexterous.
21.
18.
3.
5.
He's on my shoulders.
Well,
So we're
on
3.
his shoulders.
We're 3.
so as everyone is running through and you guys are following the trails of these wolves, a lot of you guys see that there are low swinging branches and seeing that they do cut a little bit quicker. And as you guys are weaving through, one of the branches just boom. He just kind of takes you off your feet.
So it hits me?
It hits both of you guys. So you guys are like, top of your head where his body meets you. Kind of just boom. As that's happening, Cuilorea being right behind, that takes that branch and gives it a little bit of momentum, hitting her in the face, right in the kind of the midsection. You kind of hear as that's going on, one of the wolves kind of calls out and goes, "Watch out." But as you guys get to a point, you guys come to a clearing, another clearing within this forest. And in this clearing, you see strange totems. You see kind of a circular pit where it looks like a lot of the stuff has been kind of cleared out, making sure that only this spot was not naturally made. This was a human made clearing.
What do the totems look like? I'll walk up to whatever one's closest to me. I want to investigate.
The totems kind of have this, how would you say it? They would have like 4 faces.
Yeah.
But on the top of the 4th face would be like a wolf face. And then like the 3rd one would be almost like a mixture. And it seems like
A transformation.
Yeah.
a transformation from like man.
It's like the one books. What was it called? The animals. Animorphs?
Yeah.
Mandarin pig?
So
Yes.
you would kind of see these etchings, and then like right in the middle is a giant fire.
Just lit.
It's not lit, but it's like, I guess not fire, but more of a pit. So it'd be a giant fire pit, and then these 4 totems that are sitting right there. and they kind of stop, and they say, "This is where it goes cold."
Thank you for your help. Do you have any?
Bring the other slab of meat to give to them?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any more advice for us? I'm gonna take the slab of meat off my shoulder and give it to him while I'm saying that.
They kind of walk in a circle, smelling the fire, and they were like, they look up as like the sun is starting to ascend, starting to rise up, and they were like, tomorrow should be a double full moon, and maybe they should be here.
They? The werewolves. The things on the totems?
And as that happens, you kind of see one nip, the one that was speaking, and as that happens, you kind of see as that one gets nipped, he kind of bows down and says, "We've probably said too much. We have to go."
Oh, thank you. Take the meat.
And you kind of see as they're like doing the best they can to drag the meat to
At least one of them has got some sense.
off to where they're going.
Okay, so here's the gist, guys. The wolves are scared to tell me whatever is supposed to be here tomorrow when the two full moons appear in the sky. So I guess there's a hierarchy, and they said they will be here.
Divine Soap, what do you think about this?
I do believe we should prepare for their arrival.
Excellent suggestion.
Prepare,
assume
or should
they
we?
are werewolves, since that's what Edward was hunting.
If Edward was hunting werewolves, and werewolves come here, I would imagine there's a possibility that Edward would come also.
Wow.
That's true.
So we should probably not prepare for them. We should be somewhere nearby so that we can show up, probably low key,
Yeah.
to
Are
see
there
what's
trees
going
around?
on.
The preparation.
Yeah, it's in the
Yes.
middle of the forest.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the forest. There are trees around. The trees are very dense.
We could find a place that would work as a excellent ambush spot.
Could hide in the trees.
We could dig a hole and cover it up with dead wolf pellets. And they would step on it.
Oh, and fall low like the cartoon.
Put sharpened sticks in it.
I don't think that's the best idea. Maybe
Well, they
not
might-
wolf pellets.
What
but
does Soat think he is divine?
Okay.
That was terrifying. Thought we got shot.
Everybody get on the ground!
Okay. Back to the game.
I think we should ask the opinion of everyone.
We don't really have any information besides that they will be here and that they're most likely gonna be werewolves. We don't really know if they're good or bad, so I think we need to prepare for both. I don't think we need to expect a fight, but I think we should at least be ready for one.
Does anyone have a shovel?
I can prepare spells for the fight as long as I get a rest.
Shovel?
I mean, yeah, I have a shovel.
Excellent. Can I have it?
Here you go.
Excellent.
I think if we're hiding, we can see what Edward is doing with the wolves, whether he's hunting them or working with them. Depending on if he needs it, I can communicate with him secretly via message, and I can also paralyze him if we need that to happen.
Ooh, paralyzed. That is never good.
Yeah, and so can you prepare like a, I guess, yeah, like a tranquilizer would be nice for the situation.
I can see if I can figure one out.
Alright.
Will we
Angus
find
has
a...
also just recommended that I cast an illusion over top of a hole he's digging, which is maybe not wolf pelts. I don't know if they'd go on that, but maybe snow
No, fine.
that they'd walk over
We could
if
just
we needed a trap.
So you're making a trap.
use sticks.
No, I
Regular
mean,
sticks.
he's already dug the hole, so are you actually...
I'm digging.
Are you actually going to put the spikes in there too? Like,
How deep do you want to make this hole?
23.5 meters.
Can you get out of
I
that?
need you to be in feet. I need that to be in feet.
And feed?
In feet.
Like
not meters, feet.
40
Dwarves don't know feet. Dwarves know meters.
Like,
Anybody
it's like
know how to
almost 3 feet equal a meter. It's really close.
2.68 to be exact.
You made that up.
So you want
Your
you're
deception
saying
was failed.
3 feet make a
So
meter.
he's
That's
talking about
60
60 feet.
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was kidding. I was kidding. 10 meters. 10.
That's 30 feet.
That's
Yeah.
30 feet.
10
Are you gonna
meters.
be able to get out of this hole?
No.
And it's gonna take all night.
5?
Oh, nice.
Finish it.
Yeah.
I'm a dwarf. I
all
can dig
day.
that in 5 minutes. 5 meters.
15 feet.
I have a
5
rope. I don't know
meters.
how far down it goes. Hold on.
We're leaving them down there.
You just want to go vertically down.
5 meters by 2 meters.
It's gonna take you a minute.
I'm a dwarf.
So is it, what time of day is
Oh,
it?
I have 50 feet of
Middle of the night.
hemp and rope.
We're in it's the middle of the night?
No, this is
It's almost
early
morning.
morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So we can
So he's
prepare.
going to spend the day making this trap.
That's what I'm doing.
All
I
right.
mean, none of it, I watch, but I'm not going to.
So while he's digging the trap, what are we gonna do? So prepare spells and
I will find
Tranquilizer.
a good place for ambush.
You're making it how deep?
Just do like a
15 foot.
5 foot by 10 foot one.
So we're doing 5 foot
Nightfall's
deep.
a werewolf.
5.
I mean 10 by 5. So 10 height, 5 foot.
10 foot deep. And
Do you want to do more?
Fine.
5 foot.
A 10-foot werewolf off 10 feet. Yeah, that'll hurt.
5 foot wide.
Well, let's say you start digging, and by we'll see how long we have, and by then, I guess he'll tell us how far you actually got. But you're going for 10 meters.
Going for 10 meters.
Is there any overlook? So like we have the pit right here, trees.
yeah,
Is there
I'm
any
actually
like rock,
looking
like
for
kind
it.
of small hills or something that we can look down on the pit?
And if there's no rise, so we would have the high ground and able to see him. Is there anything that looks like?
So where are you guys making this pit? Because
Yeah, we're-
if, let's say, like 30 feet, would that be enough?
With spikes at the bottom.
Easily.
D&D Dwarf Dig Speed says, to summarize, properly equipped dwarven miners can each remove 90 cubic feet per hour in soft stone.
Dang. He's a dwarf. Holy crap. And I imagine you have minor.
35 cubic feet in hard stone.
All dwarves have minor.
So,
You didn't have a shovel though. You had to borrow hers.
Oh.
I didn't pick the pack. Alright, whatever.
did you make an exploding spot?
No.
Oh.
Smith and Mason tools.
Silly goose. Alright, so
Whatever. I have one now.
We all believe he's going to be there all day.
An hour?
And an hour passes and dude's finished.
So let's say this is like a 45 foot.
Oh, I should probably do my sponsor.
Wow.
Like this circle of which, like, what looks like a fireplace, you know, a fire pit and all that, is most likely maybe 30 to 45 feet wide from like tree to tree.
Yeah.
That opening. All right.
30 to 45. Which one?
We'll say 45. All right. That is the circle.
And the pit's in the middle. Fire pit's in the middle.
Where the fireplace was? Or
Fire
the
pit.
Yeah, the fire pit's in the middle.
Okay. And then totems are that. I'm assuming they're
where
like
do
1,
you
2,
want
3,
it?
4 on a square.
Yeah.
High traffic area, I don't care.
Where are you guys putting
Too much team
this?
Where do you want to put the pit?
Can you give us a diagram of the?
I got one right here.
The walk path on the
So,
way to the
trees.
fire.
Is there
Is there a walk path?
No.
Is there a high trafficked area on the ground?
No.
So it's all even. There's nothing.
This is in the middle of the woods.
Right. That's clear.
No.
And the snow would have
This is
covered.
this is a man-made clearing.
I mean, if it's 90 cubic feet, that means it's 45 across both ways. So I think you're good wherever you put it.
But he's trying to figure out which. Pick
You wanna
northwest,
pick up-
south, or something.
Do you have enough time
we
to
came
dig a
from the
hole
south, right?
in each of the spots?
You
well,
each totem pole?
we don't need one in each.
guys
'cause
came from the south, yes.
well, we don't need a bunch of holes if it turns out that we can. This isn't like a hostile
We can always
situation.
lure something to a hole if we need to.
Yeah. We
He
one
just
would be
made one
fine.
anyway.
So just slightly south of the fire.
Slightly south of the fire.
Beyond the clearing of trees.
How far from the clearing would you like?
Oh, you not 3/4 of the way.
Okay.
Fractions. Dwarves love fractions.
Meters.
Like this.
Why are we doing math, guys?
Yeah. Like this.
Just make it up.
So yeah, that's my
Dwarves got mechanical minds.
So it's
You
still
see cogs
the
in there.
The hole you're trying to build is in the clearing.
Mm.
Okay.
How big is it? How big are we making it? Going to make it?
Oh, the 45 feet, right?
Why? 45 feet deep?
Wide.
That's the whole circle of where the pit is.
Maybe not that.
Maybe like like a 10-foot wide.
Yeah,
would
the
be
math's
fine.
not gonna be right. Let's just put a big hole. Can we cut
Thank
all
you.
the math bullshit? We're
Thank
making
you.
a big hole.
Thank you.
It's gonna take
Alright.
him 30 minutes to make this big
It's
hole.
going to be
Yeah.
15 feet wide.
Okay, that's great. Big enough for a couple wolves to drop in and die.
How deep?
Werewolves.
Like 30 feet. 30
Not
feet.
wolves.
Very deep.
Werewolves.
Beyond where you bury something.
I swear to God, if these
By the
wolves-
way, DM, do I find any gold or precious minerals in this hole?
Hell yeah.
I suggested we climb up in the trees.
I'm still
You know
gonna
what?
go high. I'm not
Roll a percentile dice.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna look for something like that.
You're at 2d10s.
Yep. If you hit 2 zeros, that's 100.
So that one and the other one looks like that.
Yeah.
Not this, not.
It would be like a 0 and 1.
So that's 69.
69.
Nice.
Noise.
You didn't get a 69, did you?
You don't find any precious gems. You do find a lot of maybe like stones. Crap! I don't have my DMs. My DMG.
Which book is it?
It is going to be the third one on the bottom. Actually, the fourth one. No. You're gonna go up. Yeah, that one right there. That is the DMG.
Our camera's off, by the way.
We'll fix it.
Our camera's frozen. Kane's up and The camera's not up.
Yep, it has turned off. Why?
It looks. The camera turned off.
Yeah, if you
We're
can.
all sad, dude.
Let's see. Let's do. And do this. And it shoot back up.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Sorry. I don't even think anyone's in the chat. It's just us guys.
Okay, let's play.
That's okay. I know you do find like old, like what looks like arrowheads, and let's see what you find. With a 69, noise. You find a small wooden box.
It's like holes. Do
you open up the box?
There's a dead mouse in it.
Hey, who knows? Alright. In that small wooden box.
Angus, check it for traps.
I laugh at traps.
In that small wooden box, it looks to be a scroll.
Scroll?
Ooh.
I thought I said squirrel.
I knew it was a dead rodent anyway.
What languages do you know?
Elvish, Goblin, Common, and Dwarvish.
You cannot read this. You cannot read this this scroll.
Color me intrigued.
Did we see him open that? Like, I was trying to get up in a tree. So.
I'm probably in
No,
a tree
we're
too.
looking in a clear. We're looking for a clearing. We're not going to be hanging in trees.
I want to be
I mean,
like.
What? I mean,
I was
trees would
looking
be the.
for-
What?
I was looking for a.
No, you
Plateau
put
or
ambush
something.
spot.
Yeah, no, not trees would be awful.
Right? Yeah, we can't all hang out in trees.
Yeah.
They're wolves. All they gotta do is stand under there and wait for us to climb down.
Okay,
So we
but
have range attacks.
I'm not waiting in a tree to
Yeah, we're not.
get
nobody-
away from wolves.
Yeah.
That's not my plan.
You want to jump down and stab them.
I was
I'm
waiting in
gonna
the
be
tree
in a
to
tree.
observe Edward. Yeah.
No, I'm saying we're looking for an overhang, like a rock thing, a hill that we can look down on, so we're not like in trees, potentially going to fell a thing to have to jump down and break our ankles or
I'm
something.
not climbing the tree. I don't think I would.
I wish I could fly.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Those are
I can
not
help
near
you.
her.
I go over to her. Put my finger out. A needle comes out. Stab you. Right
What
in
is
the arm.
happening?
Yeah, you're getting there.
Whoa.
You now have flight. The drinker gains a flying speed 10 feet for 10 minutes. So I would imagine your wings actually come out and they work. That should last 10 minutes.
True divinity.
Soldier.
You can fly.
What the
I haven't been able to
just happened?
Do it.
It's been so long.
We've lost.
I'm gonna
She's lost
fly up and like I'm just flying around.
Bye, guys.
What is happening?
Bye. This is all I ever wanted. Goodbye, everybody.
It comes back 10 minutes later. You were right. It'll last 10 minutes later.
Like it's like 10 minutes later you just hear tree snap, like tree limbs just snapping.
Yelling from the sky. Soda, how long's it been? Do you know how long I have?
But no.
While you're up there, do you see any hills, like any like really close by hills or high ground places that we can get?
I'm gonna need you to like yell that at me because I was not looking. I was flying.
I'll tell you before you lift off.
Okay.
While you're up there,
Are there any overhangs or hills or little
Yeah,
hunting
you see anything
spots
like
or anything? Can I see anything from
We
this
want
new
the high
vantage
ground.
point?
Is there any possibilities, or it's just all flat woods?
I mean, to explain this is like the best image I think I can give you guys is like Rocky Mountains, like Washington, the state, like how like when you get to certain parts, how like dense the trees are, and how they're just like almost every couple feet. That is like going on for what seems like miles.
Okay.
So there's no hills.
So there are hills because you are starting to get up the hills, but for you to say, I want a vantage point to see over what's going on, there is no possible way because of how the trees are just...
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I was talking to... No, I don't.
Alright, if you want to finish the scroll thing, we can get into planning.
I will say, the stone, I will say you find multiple stones. Are you ready to write these down? So you find a translucent, striped brown stone. You find a opaque light pink stone. And then you find a translucent green stone.
So pumped.
In the
Real
box?
life Terra is like rose quartz?
No,
Adventure?
as in like
Tiger
as
eye.
he's digging, because he's digging 15 feet and all that, so he finds different stones around it.
I was like,
What's rose quartz?
I'm gonna. What's the box say?
I can't read it.
Pass it up. Okay. I don't
Help
know
me
how-
climb out first.
I'm gonna throw my rope down then and help him climb out. Take the box. I speak Common, Elvish, Giant, Draconic, Sylvan, and Druidic.
bruh.
An animal.
And animal.
None of these. None. You
I
do
wanted
not
to
understand
know-
this language.
Let me see.
Oh.
Let me see.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Can you,
Is it celestial?
Hold on.
That would be awesome.
Probably not.
That'd be so cool.
It's
Damn,
very...
freak out.
I know she's up in this. She's up in the sky. She doesn't know.
I know.
Flying.
I'm
Message
unaware.
from dad in a box all at once.
It's just my dad in a box. It's just my dad in a box.
Oh my god, that sounds sad.
Also, do the totems,
Nothing good out of that.
are the totems just drawings of things, like pictures, or is there like words on them? Because if there was words,
No, there's no words on these. Is it celestial? No, it is not.
pretty sure we just named all of them there,
I
guys.
literally speak Common and Celestial. Why do you know 17
You
languages?
pass it to me?
Yes.
I'm at my rock working on my more chemistry.
Dude, can you read this?
I grab it and I look at it. I can't read it, but can I investigate it to kind of see what it's made of? I mean, is there? I don't know. So like,
You worked at a bar. You might. there might have been someone passed through speaking odd tongues or in a different way that might be similar to this.
people do not speak to me.
Sucker, I speak to you.
But you're the only one.
I'm people.
Like it's gonna be like a this or something.
But I mean, in general, people don't like me. So I avoid them and they avoid me.
Divinity comes at a cost.
Unless I have to bounce.
Well, we like you.
Thank you, but I cannot read this.
But I can't read this, bro. I cannot believe I cannot read that.
Let me see it.
DM, thank you for this mystery. I'm so thoroughly
I got Common, Orc, and Elvish.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
It can only be Abyssal. I think that's the only language left.
No, there's tons of language.
Yeah, so,
There's trouble.
alright. Well, let's just keep it safe and see if we can figure it out.
I'll take that.
As for where we should set up, I think we can come together with kind of a compromise here. The trees are pretty close together. I think we might be able to set up. Have you all ever made a fort?
I'm not sure if I'm there. Have I come back yet?
Have you came back?
Well, I
Has it been 10
mean,
minutes?
probably because we.
How long has it been?
I would say, yeah, you've come back.
You probably revealed to us that there's no like hills and stuff.
Yeah, you came back, revealed to them that the hills does not make a good vantage point at all due to the thickness of the trees sprouting up.
Yeah. The trees are pretty close together, right?
Yes.
We could have a pretty much standard fort layout of where, like, we could be grounded. Maybe, how high up should we go?
I'm not going.
Are you
But-
suggesting we make a treehouse?
Yeah.
I am so excited from flying that I'm very giddy and different.
Holy
yes,
shit.
we should make a treehouse. Can we do that? I would like to do that with you.
Because it would be much safer, because we can make a ladder to climb up to it. You can climb, right?
I think Cuilorea would like to be a tree. Can you disguise yourself as a tree?
The look was the best.
Can you disguise yourself as a tree?
I cannot.
I could try.
Are you okay?
How are we making the treehouse?
Alright. And I just start writing all these plans and these blueprints down for how the fort's going to be and stuff. But yeah, so it's beginning of the day, right?
Yeah.
So I'll lay out this blueprint of how many sticks we need. How big do y'all want to make this? So we can have
Should we make one large landing, or should we make
a couple different ones.
around the area?
I would say at a maximum 2 because of how much time it might take us to collect the materials and then build it. But we also, you can talk to people with.
Yeah.
You do that thing.
So we could split
So
up
we
into
can be
teams
on
of
opposite
3,
ends.
and I could still communicate with all of you. 2 teams of 3.
Yeah, 2. 2 would work. 2 would work the best because we don't want to be outnumbered.
Right.
So we can do it. So we have the hole right here. Do you want to make it on the west and east side?
Sounds great. Looks like a Pokeball.
Where's the hole that we dug?
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if we need to lead anything that way, they're only going to have one real way to exit. Does that work?
You are very good at design.
I've made tons of forts and tree houses.
I have never.
On the ground mostly. Because where I come from, there's not many trees.
An expert as a child.
It's always been my dream to make a tree
I
house.
used to hide in the forest for a living.
What?
I used to hide in a forest for a living.
All right. So
How we're going to do this, there's going to be one main tree that's going to be in the center, and around that we're going to connect the tree limbs for the base. So it's going to be tree. Anywhere we can find something.
branches.
Something like that. So there's going to be a center tree, and then we're going to attach all the limbs around here to make a base. And also in the center one is going to be the ladder where we can climb up and down. an old entrance.
All right.
We should make sure that we
Put a zip line
pull the
for
ladder
exit
up, though,
purpose.
right? Because we don't want them to see it.
Yeah, we can do that.
So just like a rope ladder.
Yeah, that'd work.
All right. Let's go get supplies.
All right.
Should we also try to like cover our scents somehow? I don't know how, but should we like try?
Wolves
I
do
can
have-
create a very strong odor.
Would the odor be?
Whatever you like.
We need to make it smell like this and not like the
Smell
trees around
like
us and
the
stuff.
Outdoors.
Yes. And also,
Like pine, maybe like pine trees.
Perhaps we can pray on it.
I'm thinking we ought to see.
Couldn't hurt.
good point. We're gonna need camouflage, so just a bunch of branches that's gonna go around the outside. It wouldn't take too much because the trees are pretty close together, so they're gonna have to be up on the treehouse to like really see it. But yeah, we're gonna have like branches basically as like the walls.
All right.
I'm gonna head off and get branches.
I guess we spend all day doing that.
Yeah, probably just
Is that the day?
All right. Is that all the plans?
Is there so at this point do we have it set up, at least the treehouses?
All we needed was a hole.
Is there anything else that you think that we overlooked that we might need for this?
Just to decide who's gonna be where.
Well, I'm going to that tree house, and I point to the west, and I go.
Anywhere you need me.
Well, do we need
Okay.
anything else? Any possible scenarios that might happen?
Anything can happen.
Exactly. That's why we need to
Someone
prepare
might-
for everything.
Throw a firebolt at us, and we might burn down and die.
Just don't fall in the hole.
It's like snowy, so it wouldn't be that bad.
I set it fire.
I'm assuming someone has fire if there's a fire pit.
Well, I haven't activated it yet.
Yeah, I guess so. So what groups do we want to be in then? She went
Going to
west.
the west.
Do you want to do us three and then y'all three? The original three groups?
Yeah, that works.
We seem to have best chemistries that way, and that would give us the best chance in
Nearmore,
fighting.
I don't know.
Angus,
I
We
think
have
near
both
more.
of the small people in the same tree, though.
Bell.
Oh,
Small.
weight distribution would be
Oh,
important.
that's.
I think we're doing too much.
We are. That's what I
That's
do.
a care.
That's what I do.
I'm 7'10" and like almost 300.
I accounted for all of our weights and stuff.
So maybe.
4 foot tree fitty.
How is he half your height? I'm telling you, he's just like, I don't know how he's
Dude, it's thick. You've seen him in action?
Do you want to go with her?
Vertical
big.
house.
He's almost Jabba the Hutt size.
No. It's all muscle.
Oh.
Oh, muscle.
Wait, how
That
tall
All
are
right.
you?
muscle is heavy.
I
Have you
want
seen his glutes?
I want you to show me a 4-foot man who's 350.
Dwarves are built like squares. They're wider than men.
Yeah,
That's true.
but still, just think about that.
I have. He's thick.
Just 100 more pounds than I am. It's not
He's got. I don't know. What do you wear? Robes?
armor, heavy armor.
God dang, yeah. He's like a tank. Pretty much. That's it.
He's a KV1.
Oh what?
Sorry.
His BMI is 75.73.
He's mortally obese to
Yeah.
the point where he should have died
No,
3
no, no,
times.
no.
More
over.
bones are more dense.
Yeah.
That's human standards.
His muscles are like granite.
Yeah.
That's how big he would be. Maybe a little more.
See, he's not out. No, and turn that into muscle. He's straight.
No.
He's straight.
No.
Anyways,
We're overthinking
Why are we
everything.
talking about this?
We're overthinking
what
the
groups
tree
are we
houses.
in? What groups are we in?
Us three, you three.
Deal.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
All right. Well, guys, this is where we're going to end our session today. Catch us. When are we playing again?
Next Tuesday?
2 Tuesdays from now.
2 Tuesdays.
Next Tuesday? Did
I
we
was
discuss
talking
that?
about next
I don't know.
Tuesday.
We'll see.
we'll figure out when we are playing again, but it should be 2 Tuesdays from now. But we might surprise you by coming in next Tuesday. Hope you guys have a great night. Good night.
I'm really surprised.